Hello and welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 19th of June for the Sun or the Ascendant. I'm going to share some standout details that we can all collectively relate to, but please stay with me. I will go through each of the 12 zodiac signs in much greater detail. Now this week sees a transition. We have the Sun emerging from its new moon in Gemini at the end of last week, compromised by the sluggish and draining vibe of Neptune initially, but then by Wednesday we have the summer solstice and the Sun makes its way into the sign of Cancer. This is an incredibly important event in the overall astrological calendar. Western tropical astrology is based on the seasons. So this is the start of a seasonal quadrant 2, and it's an influence which basically lasts for the next 13 weeks, despite the fact the Sun only being in Cancer for 4 weeks. We also, however, have a lot of energy going on between Mercury and Venus across Monday and Tuesday, all week between Mercury and Mars, but later in the week Mars gets into a much more turbulent right angle with the disruptive energies of Uranus. So what will this mean for your zodiac sign? Please stay with me for more. If you are a new visitor, thank you for joining me. I've been doing these weekly videos for about 13 years and it does take a lot of prep, so I'd be honoured if you would subscribe. If you're a returning visitor, thank you for joining me once more. If you'd like to get your free weekly horoscope fired to your device, please see the subscription link beneath this video. Also, if you would like to ascend above this zodiac broadcast and embrace the power of more serious astrology, if you give me 3 pieces of personal birth data of time, date and place of birth, I can provide for you your life roadmap report. This will help you to gain much more intimate understandings of the patterns that have played out in your life so far. But in my package of 30% off, you can also get your 12-month personal forecast, totally unique to you. Don't know your time? You can buy my solar package with the same benefits. Again, please see the link below. So Taurus, your week commencing the 19th of June forecast puts a lot of activity around what you can do with your resources in a really positive way because of the links between Mercury and Venus and Mars. Perhaps some of that could be in terms of making some changes at home, whether they're decorative, whether they're physical, making some home improvements, maybe some outstanding do-it-yourself tasks that you can get cracking around. But the second house where Mercury is of course where the Sun has been, and we've just had that new moon. And ordinarily this would be a chance to set your intentions to improve your financial lot over the following month, or to just value your qualities more keenly. It's just that Neptune applied to that new moon and continues to square up to the Sun within 3 degrees through to the middle of this week. Is there somebody around you, maybe it's a friend or an alliance, who you feel doesn't quite get where you're coming from? I don't think this is a great week to mix business with pleasure, to be honest. And also later in the week, there could even be some tensions with someone more in your inner circle, whether it's a family member or a close friend, because Uranus in your sign in a square to Mars could make you much more impatient or much more outspoken if you feel that someone's being unfair. And perhaps the issue with Neptune is it can distort everyone's reality in some ways, but often very subtly. So it doesn't necessarily mean that people are being deliberately dishonest, but just not necessarily being as open as they could be. However, by Wednesday's summer solstice, the Sun travels into the part of your situation which can see a speeding up. Over the next 4 weeks, you're likely to be interacting more with people, but the host sign of Cancer is, of course, around feelings. So I feel there could be more contact with neighbours or friends who are just people who really understand what makes you tick in a more nurturing and supportive way.